with episode 3 of the fundamental movement series. The first one we covered was the lunge. Second one, squat. Today, the hinge. If you don't know what the hinge means, basically, you ever go down to pick something off the floor like this? Alright, well that's a no-go, so I'm going to teach you how to do that more efficiently and without injuring yourself. The hinge is different from a squat. What I see oftentimes with people is that they don't understand the hip should be going back, but instead they just go down, kind of like a squat, and then there's some rounding. If you guys have seen kettlebell swings, oftentimes people will squat down and go up rather than sinking back and going up. So the first cue I like to give people, I put them up against a wall. Today I have this nice chain link fence. Giving yourself about a foot's worth, however far you think is comfortable and what works for you. I usually will tell people, move up a little bit. Okay, so bracing that core again, I want you guys, this is just practicing the hinge movement, you don't have to squeeze your armpits if you're picking stuff off the floor. But if you actually have weights and you're trying to practice deadlifting, screwing your shoulders in, so it's almost like if I'm trying to stick my hands through here, I can't because you're squeezing so tight. You're bracing your core all the way up, and I want to have you guys sink your hips back towards the wall. So think hips towards the wall and up, tucking that chin, hips, hips, hips. This forces you rather than, because if you're going down, you're never going to touch the wall. Sink back, and then people will be like, oh, I'm not at the wall, and then they'll squat down. Nope, keep going, it's there. And you should feel a stretch in your hamstrings, and your butt should be engaged, so when you pull up, you're bracing with your core, glutes, and hamstrings. We don't want to feel this in the low back. If you're feeling it in the low back, typically you're going like this. And you're doing a worm. Notice how my upper back came first. Lower back out of the picture. Nice and tight. So when you go to pick something up off the floor, sure, yeah, you could use a squat, but if it's a little farther away, hinge, sink the hips back, then you can bend your knees a little bit, pick that toy off the floor, and coming up. Once you get the basic hinge down, then we can add dumbbells. So coming up, you can add them to the sides, and then start with the barbell and whatnot. But hinge, different from the squat. Lots of bracing, lots of activation in the glutes and hamstrings. Shouldn't feel it in your low back. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Have a blast and look forward to episode 4 next week. Thanks, guys.